Well, hello and welcome to Tenby in Pembrokeshire. What a beautiful little place this is. Very crowded, harbour town. Usual sort of thing you find, full of tourists in the summer. So one of those places which, well, I think it'd be hard work in the summer, this, but beautiful little place. And look at the buildings over there. I don't know if you can actually see them on here. We're going to beautifully coloured buildings that we have. Now this is on the Pembrokeshire coastline in South Wales. I'm just going to have a quick scan because I think Mrs. 4/3 should be down around there somewhere, but well in the distance. I don't know where she is. I think that's probably her right out by the waterline, I'd guess. But you'll not be able to see her on here. So yes, a few days in Wales before we head off back to Cumbria. There's obviously a couple of lifeboats over the far side. You should be able to see the launching part for them. And right on the side of a hill. It really is a steep little place to come to. But I'm going to take a wander up the steps from here and go up into the town and let you know what I see from here. So let's have a little wander up into through the steps. Now I know nothing about the history of this place, so I'm not going to try and tell you too much about it. I'm just going to let you see it because it really is a pretty little town from what I've seen up to now. I'm going to take a little wander down to the left hand side. I've never been here before, I've got no idea where I'm going, but we'll just have a little look around and let you see what I see. Now, I've had a few of my viewers, quite a lot of my viewers aren't UK based, and what always fascinates me about different countries is the different vernacular architecture. Vernacular architecture is a great set of words. I used to work for a company called Lifeboat who made plaster cast houses, decorative ornamental houses, and there's a guy who founded the company, David Tate, who was a good friend of mine, wonderful man, and he got into this because of going up and down on the train between Yorkshire, where he was from, and the Cotswolds, where he was based, seeing all the Cotswolds cottages. And he set this company up, which I used to be head of IT for, and he was always talking about the vernacular architecture of somewhere, the different styles that you see of buildings and shops and houses, which are influenced by the different stone in the area, by the different woods available, and by the different stylists. And this is something you would just not see up in Cumbria. The closest place I can think of to this is some parts of Cockermouth, but not many. But this is just so pretty, you know. The whole lot is all nice pastel colours. Obviously you get the usual sort of rotten there, but there's a nice seagull who's obviously finding his lunch. Well, yes, I can hear the wind noise. I'm playing it back, but it's not bothering me too much, and hopefully it won't bother you too much. You're going to get the idea of the place more than anything else. So yeah, let's go continue down the street here. We can oversee the harbour there. The tide's obviously out, so all the boats are beached up on the sand. To be honest, wind noise in somewhere like this is to be expected. We're right on the coast, and out there is the Atlantic. Steep little set of stairs. Have a look down there. But again, coming down the street, just pretty buildings. I love the pastel colours and the variety of them. As we'll look around, I'll just scan down the street, and you'll see we have fawns and light blues and dark blues and teal and some pinks and reds at the end. Now, for somebody who's scared of heights, this edge part, it only comes up to my thighs, but I'm looking down over there, and it's quite a drop. So I'm keeping away from the edge. I'm a terrible chicken when it comes to heights. I really am. For somebody who does things like enjoys flying and gliding and things like that, I'm so scared of heights it's untrue. But yeah, we're walking down here. It's a little maze. It really is. There's no shops down here. What we do have, Tenby is a a walled town. The whole town is enclosed by a wall around it, and it's all this wonderful sort of dark stone. The area is a mining area, and if you go up the road to Saundersfoot, it used to be mines. In fact, if you go onto the seafront at Saundersfoot, there are a whole load of tunnels which connect different parts of the town and the beach together, which were all created by mining. So let's just have a little swing around from where I am. Down on the beach there. It really is nice. And you can even see little tunnel entrance over there. I don't know if that's meant as a tunnel or whatever, but it's blocked up. And up the hill, and these houses stretch into the distance all the way along. Background. Now this street is Harbour View, which is a very apt name for a street which views over the harbour, I suppose. That will be windy. I'm going to try and get into the shade of these buildings a little bit if I can. Now I know these videos don't do huge views, and I don't expect them to, but if you do enjoy them, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, because there's a few people who do like these. I think my average on these is about 500 views. It's not the sort of thousands of views I get for the camera videos. But one of the things for me is I'm out using a camera, and that's pretty much is the point of my channel in the first place. I started this channel after the lockdowns had happened in the UK, because I'd had COVID. I'd been confined to the house for 10 days or 14 days or whatever it was, I can't remember. And I finally got my release, and I was stir crazy, I really was. So I decided I was going to take my camera out and take some photos. And then when I got the photos, I thought, you know what, I'm going to stick these onto YouTube. I've never really done much with YouTube, so I'll stick them onto YouTube. So my very, very first ever video was a walkabout video. So I'm well within the sort of the expectations of the channel. Even though I don't do it so often, I do still do some walk around videos. I'm just looking down at this church here actually. This little church down the bottom there. Fabulous. St. Julian's it looks like from here. What an odd little place for a church, but a fabulous little place for it when you think about it. Yeah, this is well within the remit of what I started the channel for. And sometimes you forget why you do something, and you get caught up in the rest of it. Because obviously, if I'm doing videos with camera reviews and things, I get a lot more views, and of course that brings me in ad revenue. That brings in money to run the channel, and without it, I couldn't be doing the channel. But every so often, it's just nice to get back to basics and take a camera out, have a wander around, and create some images, whether they're video or still or both. It's just nice to do that. I'm going to go down to the harbour part itself. I'm going slowly downhill. Again, these lovely buildings here, and that beautiful teal coloured one, it stands out. Now somebody will tell me in the comments, that's not teal, it's whatever it is. I don't know, it's teal to me, and this is a sort of salmon pink to me. If I'm wrong, I apologise. In fact, let's have a little wander down by that church, because it looks rather interesting and pretty. So we're going right down into the harbour area. There's loads of little openings here. Coffee shops, don't we? Coffee shop. A lot of these places will be shut because tourist season is basically gone for this year. If you're watching this much later on, this is the 1st of October. In fact, it's my wedding anniversary. 36 years married to Mrs. 4/3. I don't know how she's managed to put up with me for that long. Most people say they can't manage more than 36 minutes with me. So a big happy anniversary to my gorgeous wife, Mrs. 4/3. And yeah, nice day. So we're slowly coming down here. Now when I get home I'm going to do a proper review of this camera. I am so pleased with what I'm seeing from this camera at the moment. It's so easy to use. And I got a lot of comments on the last video about the quality of the video itself. And I think quite justified. Because everything I've seen on this one has been really, really good quality. And it's so easy to use. I mean, literally you flip the screen around and press the record button. I can't think of much easier than that. Should we go down on the sand? Let's go down on the sand in the harbour itself. No dogs on the beach until the end of September. It's now the beginning of October, so dogs can go on the beach. All these dogs which have been waiting for months just to get on the sand. But yeah, let's go and have a little wander down by the boats. And it's that nice smooth sand down here. It's beautiful, golden brown sand. Some places you go to tend to have quite coarse sand, but this is that beautiful sand, which I'm of course used to in the northeast of England, from where I originally came from, because we have beautiful. If you haven't been to the northeast of England, to the beaches there, you've got something special to encounter, because northeast of England we have some beautiful beaches. But yeah, let's have a little swing around. It's a quick 360. What's it like when the sun gets onto it? It's not too bad. I've turned the exposure compensation down by a third of a stop. Most of the reviews online seem to say that a third of a stop makes it far better. It tends to overexpose and burn out the sky when it's on its standard. So I've done it to a third of a stop down. I had that the other day as well. So it seems to be a good setting for it. Now we have a lifeboat here. We have an RNLI station. There's a bar and things like that. The lifeboat's around the opposite side of the harbour wall itself. So let's just have another little look up on the top. Let me know if you like this format of video. As I say, it's not something which is going to be my primary video on this channel, but just have a little wander around and a look. As I say, a lot of my viewers are not from the UK. A lot have never been in the UK, and to them this is probably quite an unusual viewpoint. If you're from over here and you've got our background and heritage, it's quite it's not an uncommon sight. But if you are from the States or from Australia or anywhere in fact, and you've never been over here, this is a really nice touristy fishing village, fishing town. Of course I'm not in England, I'm in Wales at the moment. I'm in a different country to normal. Although we say the UK, it's the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And Great Britain consists of England as its largest country, Scotland is the second largest, and Wales is the third largest. And Wales is a principality. So I'm going to stop this here, mainly for the fact you don't want to hear me puffing and puffing it out of breath. So I'll join you again at the top of this hill. Well, back to the top of the hill again. Over there's the lifeboats. There's also a trip to Caldy Island, which has puffins and red squirrels and butterflies and all sorts of things on there. It's an island just 20 minutes away from the shore here. And as I said previously, if this car goes around, yeah, as I said previously, it's a walled town, and you can see maybe up the top there, the wall on the left hand side beyond the house, and the wall here. So let's just sort of take a little wander into here and see what we can see. And it takes us down to the lifeboats. What a beautiful little place. Now don't forget, if you'd like to become a sponsor of the channel, you can do it in two ways. You can buy me a coffee in the PayPal link below, and that really helps as a one-off. But if you'd like to be a longer term supporter, there is a link to my Patreon channel, and there's a couple of different levels on that one. And if you'd like to become a Patreon patron, it's a very, very small amount each month, but it really does make a huge difference to the channel. And there's a link in the description below for that. And these wonderful people who are on the screen now are my current Patreon patrons, and a great thanks to them for supporting the channel as we go. So we can see the Lifeboat station on the left hand side. The Royal National Lifeboat Institute, the RNLI, is a voluntary organisation in the UK, and they do a magnificent job because they'll go out in all weathers, putting their own lives at risk to try and save others who are in peril on the sea and on waterways. And they do a fantastic job. You may have seen them in some of the videos I was doing in Cornwall last year, because they don't just go out to ships, they go out to all sorts. And where you had the people who were doing the surfboarding, they occasionally get into trouble as well. Well, the RNLI is there to look out for them and to look after them. Just looking up the walls here. And then out to sea, we're just coming around a little, effectively the harbour entrance. We can look off to the west. And again, you can see the magnificent cliffs here as we pull in. I'll just now I'm looking at this and I'm wondering if when the tide goes out, if you can get out to Caldy Island, just having a tractor with these walkways behind it. It looks as if you could almost drive across there. Ah no, that's a low water landing stage for the boat. I didn't think you could get out there. In fact, that looks like Caldy Island out in the distance. I don't think you can see it on here. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you very much for watching it. I really do appreciate you watching these videos. As I say, I know I only get sort of 500-600 people watching them, but they are part of the therapy part of photography for me. They're part of that wonderful thing that we have in photography, where we can go out and see what's about us, with the idea of making images or not making images, whatever we want to do. But I'm going to take some stills. I've got my little G100 as a stills camera today, so I'm going to see where I can get into with stills, and if I can get anything I'll put them on the end. If not, then you know it was a bit of a waste of time, but I'll see what I can do. So keep watching to see if there's any still photos at the end. Till then, this is Brian James at Micro Four Thirds, guys, saying bye bye from Tenby.